Hello guys, today I'm going to show you a chess puzzle where white plays and wins in 12 moves. It may sound impossible when you hear 12 moves, but let's see if that's really the case. So in our position we have white king on d2, white queen c2 and 3 pawns e2, f2 and g2. We have black king on a1 and 2 pawns on a2 and b2. So it's a queen endgame, queen versus 2 pawns, and 2 pawns are very much advanced for black, so the next move that black wants to play will be probably b1 and get his queen. And after a possible queen exchange, you can see that white has very small chance to win. However, it's white's turn and white needs to avoid black pawns to advance and also prepare the position for a checkmate. If you look at some possible moves for white here, we can see a possible move is queen d1, but black counters it with b1 queen and goes for a queen exchange, and after a queen exchange, as I mentioned, a1 is the move and black wins the game with his second queen. Another possible move for white is king c3 and threatens a checkmate from b2, but black immediately plays b1, takes his queen, and after a queen exchange it's again a win for black. So what should be white's first move? You can pause the video and give yourself a couple of minutes to think about it, and then I will show you the move. So the first move for white is queen c3. What we are doing is we are pinning the pawn, so b1 is not a possible move anymore. And the only move black can play is king b1. So before asking you the second move, just want to give you a hint that if we look at black's position, black is stuck with these 2 pawns here and king b1. If we somehow find an access to first line and check from one of these squares, black is checkmated. But right now the only first line square we have access to is c1, and c1 will not really work because after queen c1 b pawn is controlling that square. Having said that, there is a possibility to find another access to the first line, and that's the ultimate purpose of this puzzle. So now you can pause the video and give yourself some more time to find the second move of white. The second move of white is queen d3 check, and black has to make another forced move, king a1. And by doing this, white again prevented the possible advance of the a pawn and also brought black's position to the initial position where the puzzle started. But for himself, he actually gained one move because his queen is not in c2 anymore, but it's on d3. And it's still his turn. The next move for white is queen d4. One more pin, and the only move for black is king b1. And white continues, check, and king a1. If you have already realized the pattern, white is heading towards a direction where he will find an access to the first line. If you have already seen that, then you have probably solved this 12 move puzzle. So if you have already seen the pattern, white is heading towards the corner where he will find access to the first line, and at the same time he is pushing black to make only forced moves so that he cannot advance any of his pawns and get the queen. So with this information, the next move is queen e5, another pin, and another forced move by black, king b1. Queen f5, king a1. So as you can see, while white is moving towards his target of reaching the first line, black cannot really do anything because it's either check and he has to play to a1, or it's a pin, so he cannot move the pawn and he needs to come back to b1. And finally, white reaches to H column, which is the only column where he can reach to first line and check. And he checks now, king A1. And now we are coming towards the end of the puzzle. But if you rush and go directly and check from H1, then you will unfortunately waste all your efforts, because B pawn will move to B1 and black will take his queen, and then it will be very hard for us to win the game. So actually we have one more move, queen H8, one more pin, and now king needs to move to B1. And now we come to queen H1, check, and white checkmates the black after 12th move. So that was a huge 12-move puzzle, but just let me know in the comments if this 12-move puzzle was really as tough as you had imagined at the beginning, or once you see the pattern it became more easy. And also if you know any other 10-move, 12-move, 15-move puzzles, please let me know in the comments and I will take a look at them in the next videos. Thank you so much for watching and hopefully see you in the next one.